Those two best friends better shut it. Right here. Anyways, thank you. My name is Ina. Hi, guys. Whoever doesn't know me. I work next door, kind of two doors down. I do hair for a living. And so my schedule today was 2 clients, then a break, come and perform here, and then I have another client to go finish up, right? So I kind of like this schedule, performing between my clients. It's kind of like breastfeeding on your lunch break, you know? You go do this, and then you come back to your routine, so. I have notes because I have ADD, so I have a lot of good ideas. I think they're good. Hopefully you think so too. So that's why I am actually ready for today, but I have to look and kind of keep the straight line going. So I just wanted to tell you guys that I was thinking how, you know, we are constantly connected. The social media, the cell phones, we're 24/7. We're always online. I don't know, some of you maybe not, but I am. And so it got me thinking. I had actually a 3-day detox from the cell phone. We were on the movie set, which is coming out soon. Not like I was there, big deal. There were some big people. But anyways, we got on the movie set and they said, you cannot have your cell phones. So they literally mandatory collect all our cell phones. We signed out, you know, the tons of waivers. And so I'm thinking, well, how bad could it be without the cell phone? So what happened is, in a couple hours, I noticed that my thumb started twitching. So, and it was really weird because it was a cool place to be. There was a lot of fun people, movie set, we saw Ben Affleck, that was really cool. But like literally, the thumb is twitching and like you go like this with your pockets. And that was it was 2 hours in. And so it kind of made me thinking, gosh, I'm probably addicted to that. And then on the second day without cell phone, we kind of started getting desperate to take pictures, but the phone is not available. So we were all doing this, click, I would remember this. And like people are posing for each other and you're like, yay, I got it right here. On the third day, I got the magazine. The magazines were available, like some Woman's World or whatever. And then I was like, I opened the page and there's different articles with pictures and I told the girl, look, this is my Facebook wall. This is the feed news. And she's like, oh my God, it's bad. Like, it's really bad when you think that to write down somebody's phone number, you actually have to get paper and pen. You're like, what? How does can you write? Can you spell? But I noticed one thing, you know, on my Facebook, I noticed that there are some people who are very active on Facebook, and then there are some people who like not even active. And I know that those people who are not posting a lot of stuff, they actually have an exciting life. Because when you have like a lot of things going on, you don't have time to post, you know? We went to Disney World and I noticed like I couldn't post nothing in a week. There's just no time, you know, there's so much new stuff. You're in Florida, you know, there's just so much things going on and I'm like, oh my God, I actually have an exciting life. Like my picture, I didn't change my picture for like a week. So this is what I know. When my friends are like really quiet on Facebook, I would like literally text them or call them like, hey, what's going on? I want dirty details because I know. You're quiet, right? Something is happening. This is usually when people like getting married or somebody like pop a baby and you're like, what happened? Tell me the news. And so I'll tell you one thing. So I'm from Russia and I was really lucky that back in the days when I was in college, there was no cell phones. Because I would have a really, really interesting legacy right now. I'm thinking my kids would be really surprised to find out that mommy used to dance on the tables in the bar without asking anybody's permission. Or I'm thinking that my husband would like not argue with me a lot if he would saw a video of mommy being in a big pile-up fighting with 10 men. They were back in the days, yeah. It was, or I'm thinking, if my parents would ever saw like a video of me climbing on my grandmother's rooftop in the middle of the night, being very intoxicated because I did not want to wake her up, so she would see me drunk. So I literally climbed on the rooftop. Somehow I got into the house, and then in the morning when I woke up, I kind of look up and I'm like, whoa, okay, how did I do that? And I remember my youngest sister, I was, kind of doing her hair. She didn't have a chance because she was 14 years younger than me, and apparently I was a hairstylist in my heart. So I remember I was cutting her hair when she was little, probably 3 years old, and I kind of nipped the corner of her ear. She didn't even notice because I kind of stopped the bleeding and I gave her like a candy bar and I was laughing about it. But I'm thinking if she saw the video, I told her that and she goes, "You cut my ear?" I'm like, "No, it's okay." And she goes, "I was wondering why it's misshaped like this." And I'm like, "Come on, just a little corner." My best friend, whose name is also Ina, she, if she ever had a footage or a video of a night, the most miserable night of her life, when I was that drunk that I actually violently got sick on her face while she was sleeping. If she ever had that video, I think she would not even talk to me. She loves me and she talks to me just because she kind of misses me a lot. We didn't see each other for a long time. We talk a lot. But she got to the point that she told me, "Remember that day when it happened?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." And she goes, "I miss you so much. Just come over. You can do that again if you want." But I'm just thinking, it's good that there was no video. It was really cool because I didn't have any cell phones at that point. And I remember at some point, I lived with my mom in the apartment where we didn't even have the regular phone. In Russia, it was not a big deal, People kind of were lucky to have a phone. So the fact that nobody could call me and people have to physically come up and see me, allow me to date 3 guys at the same time. Nothing kinky, nothing bad. It was just romantic, But yeah, it was my mom was kind of my switchboard, One guy will come, "Hey, is Dana home?" "Oh, no. Oops, sorry. She's at the library." And then she's 30 minutes later, another guy comes over. "Where's Dana?" "Oh, she's at her aunt's house." And while I'm on the date with somebody else, so eventually I kind of got tired of it because my mom said, "I cannot do this anymore." I'm like, "Okay, getting down to 2, then to 1, it's okay." So, and I'll tell you one thing, selfies, we all take selfies, and the trick about selfies is the angle. Women know that, some guys know that, which is kind of disturbing when the guys know the angle, it has to be right. And I noticed that the angle, the higher the angle, the slimmer your face look like, right? So when I see somebody's Facebook picture and they do it like this, I'm like, "Girl, you need to lose some weight. Seriously, if that's your angle and you're doing this picture, you're very slim." I'm thinking there's a lot of extra pounds packed down there. But I noticed that I'm losing weight because my angles start going from here to woo. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm probably losing weight." What other crazy thoughts I had for you guys today? I got that covered. Oh, okay. So without cell phones, I don't remember anybody's phone number. Seriously, without cell phone, absolutely no information is stored here, which is for a lot of people, right? And so there's a story I'm going to share with you. It was circulating on the Russian websites, and the person who actually told that story, he swore that was a real deal. But I'm kind of thinking, even if it's not, it's so bizarre that it kind of makes sense that it probably happened. So this girl, it's all connected to not having cell phones or the numbers. But this girl, there are kids here, so you guys have to really use your imagination. I'm gonna stay really family friendly right now, but you have to use your imagination. So this girl, who is not very high moral standards, had more than one boyfriend, and they were not that young, and they were not that single. So that was her style of life. So she had a rendezvous at one of her boyfriends, and so he brought her to his apartment, and he said, "Oh, we have the whole day. My wife is coming way later." So fine, right? They're reading books, right? And drinking some tea. And so at some point he told her, "Well, I have to go back to work, but you can still sleep after reading the book." And so apparently the guy was a little bit bigger. So while he was rolling over, from her. He kind of pressed on her a little bit, like just rolling over. And apparently she had a body jewelry knot in her ears. And apparently the little ring she had down there hooked up with the mattress spring. So, and while she was sleeping. So he laughed, and he said, before he left, he said, hey, whenever you up and around, my wife, take your time, blah, blah, blah. So he laughed, and so when she decided it's time to actually get out of the apartment, she realized she cannot. She's hooked. So poor little thing is thinking, where's my cell phone? Cannot reach it. She cannot do nothing. She's pinned. It's a lot of pain if you move. So then she's thinking, okay, there's a home phone, like not even cordless, the corded one. So I guess she grabbed to the cord and she kind of like fished the phone to herself. And then when she got to the phone, she's like, oh my God, whom would I call? This is not the situation you want your mom to call. You don't want to lay there and wait till wife comes back. So the only phone number she had on the top of her head was the other boyfriend's. They could not help, right? So then she starts thinking, oh my God, in case of emergency, what are the phone numbers? And then in Russia it was 02 for police, 03 for ambulance, 01 was for fire department, and 04 was for the gas leak. So she was kind of like going into her like mental list saying, okay, I don't want the police involved, emergency, it's kind of not like health, It's not the United States, guys. Like here, like, oh yeah, fire trucks are coming, everybody's coming. No, like you don't want people to talk. So she decided she's gonna report the gas leak. So she called the department and she pretends she's an old lady who lives next door, and she said, I really smell the gas from underneath that door. You better break that door in. So the bunch of people who came to repair the gas leak, they were very surprised to find that, and they were saying, like, a lot of them, like, no, I'm not touching that. What do you want to do? They're like, well, let's call the fire department. She's like, please, I'm begging you, I have to be out of here. You don't understand, the time is ticking, the wife's going to be here soon. So I guess they found some pliers and they unhooked her. But what I'm saying is, it's very important to remember the phone numbers, right? Because you never know what situation you're going to be in. And that's it for today.